Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment. This will be the last time we'll be in the security and comfort of our ship, because we are moving on to Endgame, and Endgame will progress quite linearly to the end of the game. Um, the general rule for Endgame will be, if the map can't tell you where to go, follow the enemies. They will help you. So yeah, it's a pretty linear path to the end here. And one thing that Anja, I think, didn't really appreciate much is just how beautifully symmetric this ship is. I think Stanley Kubrick would have approved of that scene right there. Alright, let me take a look at the journal, because, we've read this already. We know Sovereign's the real problem here, and we are looking for the conduit, and we need to go to Ilos. So let's do that. Alright, we stopped over in Seoul to pick up some XP. Ilos is way up here. So let's go ahead and pop over there. It looks like Pangea Expanse has just one system available to us called Refuge. Let's go there. This is not the Mu Relay. That should be the Arcturus relay, since we were leaving Seoul. So even though the game will mark us as being here, we're not actually here yet. Presumably we are like en route here, although we are now able to interact with the system. I'm actually going to step out real quick just because I want to take notice of something. When you're at a place, you can then see what kind of path you would need to follow to get anywhere else. Those red lines. Notice where they all are going through. Yeah, every one of these is going through Hawking Edda. So this is a necessary stop to get to Ilos, but this isn't the Mu Relay either, because we would have never made it to Hawking Edda because we didn't know where the Mu Relay was. So that only leaves one place left, and that means it's here. And I'm only bringing that up because it will make... I will have a question related to that later. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the scan here. Only 3 planets in the system. Zaith. Zaith is a relatively small hydrogen and helium gas giant, and there are several tenuous belts of debris in equatorial orbit. Spectral analysis of the material suggests artificial origin, perhaps the remains of stations that once mined Zaith for helium-3. So the debris is in such bad shape that we couldn't really even tell whether it was man-made or natural. Which suggests, once again, that either some calamity that was really doing a good job cleaning it up, or it's really old. Alright, normally I would scan from the outside in, but I really have to break with the pattern here, because otherwise I would never get this planet. Agitoton has a pressure cooker atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of gold. Surface gravity is comfortable at 1.0 standard G, so yeah, don't mind the molten gold all around your feet, just take notice of how comfortable it is to stand there. There are several areas of debris that may be the wreckage of downed prothean aerostat colonies. Based on the size of the debris fields, a population of over 100,000 was likely. So apparently the Protheans had floating cities here. That's something that's been proposed for Venus, this one way, because at a certain point in the atmosphere, the pressure and temperature is actually quite comfortable, although the composition of sulfur dioxide and acid and stuff makes it pretty difficult to imagine wanting to go there. But anyway, and it finally brings us to Ilos. In the golden age of the Protheans, Ilos was a verdant world dotted with the spires and arches of magnificent cities. Even casual observation shows this is no longer the case. Ilos has been devastated by means unknown, its entire surface changed to the color of rust. The atmosphere shows heightened levels of oxygen. Wildfires, presumably ignited by lightning strikes, can be seen burning on the dark side. This indicates that most, if not all, respirating animal life forms have died off. Surface gravity is a comfortable 1.17 standard Gs. So, although this seems to hint at a big calamity again, devastated by means unknown, it's not really stated as such, and I think it's probably not true. And we'll be able to bring up some evidence to that effect soon. Orbital period, you can't actually see this word, but I'm pretty sure it's 261 Earth days, because 261 Earth years would be pretty long, especially for this high temperature here. Okay, this land button, this is the point of no return for the game. Yeah, you cannot, you'll leave your ship, you will have no access to the map, no access to any systems, clusters, planets, anything. Yeah, So yeah, make sure you've done everything you wanted before you hit here. But we're ready. And look, I'm actually sitting down for like the second time in the entire game.
Commander?
And Kaidan's come in without a knock. Well, I guess he's earned the right to do that.
Don't you think we're a little past titles?
We're a little past a lot of things. What happens if this doesn't work out, Shepard? I mean, we mutinied, stole a prototype warship. If they wanted to get technical, they could throw in kidnapping. And those damned aliens sure love to get technical, don't they?
Those damned aliens. I do love having renegaded Kaidan. I do like just how much he's embracing this, it seems to me. So
Blind, useless fools. I'd have given them fiddles, but I doubt they read history.
Ours or theirs. 50,000 years to figure this out, and it's down to 25 mutineers. Way to go, Team Milky Way. It'll really hit the fan when we get to Ilos. If things don't go well, I want you to know, well, I've enjoyed serving under you.
And for once, the light between the two of us is actually pleasant.
Kaidan, I don't think I've had the pleasure of you serving under me. Don't you think it's time to rectify that?
Ouch. I walked right into that, didn't I? We could get drummed out of the service for fraternization. Of course, we'll probably get the firing squad for mutiny. You know what? You're right. About everything. I think about losing you, and I can't stand it. And the galaxy will just keep going. Everything, even the Reapers, will come around again. But you and I, we are important right now. And this is what will never happen again. Us. Shepard, you make me feel human.
Yes, you actually can take this renegade path and prevent what's about to happen here, but nah.
I can make you feel much more than that. Come here.
Is that an order, Commander?
Shut up and get over here.
Careful, Shepard. I might think that you're abusing your authority. A serious breach of protocol.
Oh, for God's sake, shut up and take your shirt off.
It's been a long time since I've met a woman who,
Bridge to Commander Shepard. We're 5 minutes out from the Mu relay.
It's hard to imagine people losing their minds over that scene. I mean, when you compare what's available on TV now, 8 years later.
You know, I don't think I have all my stress worked out yet.
Joker's waiting for you on the bridge. I swear, though, if anything happens to you, take care, Shepard.
Is this the Mu relay? I don't think so. This should be the Hawking Edda relay. This should be the Mu relay, right? But really, this close to the planet?
Commander? We've got company.
Have their sensors picked us up yet?
Well, stealth systems are engaged. Unless we get close enough for a visual, they won't have any idea we're here.
Picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
20 meters? We'll never get in close enough for a drop.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
There is no other landing zone!
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker,
I can do it.
gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
And here we are at the final selection screen. So we've said goodbye to Kaidan and Rex and Garrus. So yeah, it's obviously going to be Liara and Tali going with us. Liara brings singularity to the table, which of course we always want, and Tali brings AI hacking to the table, which I also always want. So yeah, no combat strength at all in this squad, but really, who cares? Alright, here we go.
Keep moving! Inside! Now!
I sense trouble. We have to get inside this bunker before Saren finds the conduit. There is no way we're getting past that door with brute force.
Saren found some way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We will have to find some way to get it up and running again.
Okay, we are in front of this giant door which won't open for us. But don't we look sexy in front of our Mako here? And yeah, remember back on Thurum when I asked whether a really short drop, really short, landing area for the Mako would be sufficient? Looks like it is. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Okay, let's look at the journal, see what we need to do. We have a new mission now. Ilos, find the conduit. Saren and his troops have disappeared into a sealed bunker beneath the surface of Ilos, sealing the doors behind them. You need to find a security control room to open the sealed doors leading into the underground archive. Alright, let's take a look at the map. We are right in front of the door where we landed, this short little spot. There's an elevator there. There's a courtyard. And an elevator there. When you want to bet it's that one we want. Probably if once we get this open, this one will probably be bringing us back up there. And of course you can see it is an absolute jumble of places to go. So yeah, I'm not going to be using the map quite so much because it really is hard to follow. You really need to get this world into your head and then it's a lot easier. Alright, let us make sure we're using the right guns. I'm going to start by sniping. I want everyone in pistols except for me. Alright. Seems reasonable. And we're going to be under combat really soon here. And yes, I'll be calling upon those two powers I mentioned a lot because they're so much fun. Look at this guy running. Troopers luckily are pretty lightweight. These stupid barriers are still being put up all the time. Almost don't see that guy through the foliage there. I'm shaking because my squad mates are shooting at me. Yes, for playing this game with the friendly fire turned on, that's pretty difficult. Can I shoot through this foliage? Looks like I can. Reach him? Whoa. Somebody else, it looks like. Alright.
Think we got him, Commander.
I think you're right, Tali. Now we got an enemy to our right, and looky here, two armatures that just woke up. And Master Hacking, of course, hacks them. Close to dead he is. Lovely. him out of the way, though. So they both lifted. How sweet was that? Get some gifts out of the fight. Nothing I need. Alright, I'm gonna wait on that crate. Of enemies here. Time to bring in some singularity. If that'll work. Not too well. Nice.
Negative contact, Shepard.
And we have a Armature control station, which I had no idea what this meant, or what this was intended to do, but it actually controls that Armatures that we just fought. Oh, so close. Upstairs there. Nice. And it just disables them. But we can still hack the thing for the XP. Alright, so we're kind of making a loop here, but since there have been enemies down here, that's why I wanted to chase them. There's some cubby holes. And what on earth? Is this what the Protheans are supposed to look like? They're ugly looking creatures, aren't they? Oh, sorry. Don't mean to deface the statues here. I'm sure Liara would not be pleased with that. In fact, what does Liara think of this place?
I never dreamed I would actually find Ilos. I wish I had more time to study all of this. So much history here, so much to learn. I only hope I have the chance to come back someday.
My people once tried to find this world. We'd hoped we could settle here, but we didn't know it would feel so unwelcome.
That's an interesting thing to say. I mean, the Geth wouldn't have been here, which, you know, at the time they would have been looking for it. It's for sure, removing the Geth shouldn't be that difficult, right?
We shouldn't be here. Not us, not the Geth, not Seren.
Now, to that point, yes, I think I agree, because, yeah, this does feel more like Prothean, not a graveyard, but, I don't know, memorial, almost. Devlin armor for Turian, which we didn't need. Alright, so yeah, that is back to the landing zones. We've kind of made a full circle here, and this is the path forward, through here. Alright, more statues, more terminals. We can kind of head that way or this way. I actually prefer this path. This is another good place for hacking. Lots of enemies here, including that big destroyer right there. He's going to do some work for us. free. I love it. Absolutely love it. Alright. Not too difficult. All this is hard decryption all the time. Oh well, that's why we brought a lot of Omnigel. Actually, that was an average decryption I couldn't do. Alright. What are you doing over there, Tali? Causing some mischief? You should have hacked that guy. Alright, we have an elevator that is almost pointless in this game. You'll see why. And since we put our guns away, we are occasionally being jammed here. Well, curiously, we don't get jammed up here. It's really... Well, actually, we do. But it's weird because, yeah, you see that? That is a geth sap over there, but he, instead of a red triangle, he's got the talk thing on him. And he's just kind of hanging out there. And we can't shoot him because, well, because he is not technically an enemy yet. Don't know why that happens here. Oh, I'm really gonna be bad at this. I should just start using Omnigel all the time. I have no idea why I'm failing so much now, but that's alright. Yes, the elevator only does one thing for you. It brings you up to that crate. Alright. And now the sappers will be all spawned as enemies. Alright. Hacking isn't as effective on sappers as you'd like. That one. It's really hard to tell. Oi. One dead. Okay. And I think this is the courtyard we just came from. More of these statues all around us. Yeah, they all look pretty much alike. So yeah, my guess is that these really are what the Protheans were intended to look like. Kind of freaky looking people. And if we look at the map, yep, we're down here at this elevator. And so yeah, we're still going the right way.
This place still has power. It must be running off its own generator.
This must be the command center for the entire complex. Saren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after he went inside. We will have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker.
Saren was just on the other side of that door when it got closed on us, so I don't know how he could have been here, sealing the door so quickly, but oh well. I'm stepping out of the elevator just so I can save, because we have a really tough fight ahead. The map is now updated, and you'll see that we have an armature bay, a security room, and another elevator. So this is, we'll be heading north basically to progress. This will actually allow us to reopen that door. This armature bay is unique. There are 4 armatures we can hack and put them to work for us, but it is a really tough fight ahead, so I do want to save here. We've got some equipment. I'll deal with that later. Alright, we'll pick up the story from right here next time.